To our meditation time. It is such an honor to spend these minutes with you as we close out a weekend and we start a new week. And so I would just invite you to get comfortable where you are, whether you're seated or lying down. You decide what the body is going to do. And find a position where the restlessness can end and you can find a little bit of comfort. And as you allow your eyes to close, let that be the signal to the emotional and the mental side of you to settle in and find a little comfort as well. And so wherever you are tonight, wherever you've found yourself, let's just each together find a slow rhythm of breath. Just collectively breathing in and breathing out. And breathing in and breathing out. One more time together. Inhale and exhale. And then you just maintain a rhythm that feels right for you. And if at any point during these few minutes that we have, your mind starts to wander, your body gets restless, come back to that breath. That slow inhale and that full exhale. And so we're on a journey together. Not just our meditation practice in this journey of showing up and spending time and holding space, but we are actually on a journey to understand who we are as energetic beings. And so just wherever you are today, again, just get comfortable. And what I would invite you to do is just notice the sensations that you feel below the skin level. I know that so much of our awareness sits right there at the surface, how we feel, those physical things that we deal with and manage every day. But take your awareness just a little bit deeper than that. And just notice in this moment, right here and now, what does your energy feel like? Where can you feel it kind of sitting or kind of moving? Where does it maybe feel a little stuck or a little stagnant? We go through this ebb and this flow of life and our energy shifts with all of those things. But our practice allows us to come back, honor the fact that we are energetic beings, and bring all those parts to us into a little bit more of balance. And so the last time we were together, we focused our awareness on the energy of our root, the part of us that helps us to feel grounded and safe and secure. But today, I want to talk about the energy, and I want us just to reflect on it together, the one that is connected to our creative and joyful side. And so what I would invite us each to do is just think about what brings a smile to your face. What brings you joy? I know that oftentimes when I think about that, I can't help but physically smile. How do you like to spend your time? If there were no responsibilities and no requirements on your schedule, what would you do? Where would you be? What would your hands be engaged with? Whatever comes to mind quickly, you don't have to even think about it. Those are the things that bring you joy. Those are the things that stir up this creative side of you. Those are the things about which you have passion that help to inform your purpose just a little more. And so physically, that spot of energy is right around that sacral area, above the tailbone, but below the belly button. So kind of just shift your mind's eye there and just notice how you feel physically. Right there in the low back, the lowest part of your belly. Just how do you feel? And think about that idea of where is energy stuck? Where is it moving? Where is it stagnant? Where is it vibrant? And so I'd ask each of us, how do we feel about the things that bring us joy? Are they easy to access? Or have we got a little lost? Have we moved a little far away from those things? In Sanskrit, we call that energy center Svadhisthana. It sits right around that sacral area, and it's connected to the element of water, the element of moving. Just think about a river, this beautiful thing that just keeps going. But if you've ever seen a river that gets kind of dried up or kind of stuck, the water's not very pleasant to be around. The nature kind of takes on a different landscape, a different look. The same thing happens to our energy. It's not going to just flow on its own. We have to cultivate it and nurture it and balance it. So what I would invite us to do for these few minutes that we have with our focus on our energy of joy and passion and creativity is put right in the center of our minds that thing or those things that you thought of when I said, what brings you joy? Picture them. See them as if your eyes are open and they're right there in front of you. Does it involve you picking up a musical instrument? Does it involve you picking up a pen and a journal? Does it involve your hands getting into the dirt in your garden? Does it look like you playing with your grandchildren or your children and being with your family? And I could give you so many examples. But what is the thing that brings you joy? And then I would ask you, just reflect over the last day or two. How did you spend your time? I know we have responsibilities and we are busy, scheduled people. But across the last couple of days, was there space in your schedule for the things that bring you joy? Because the only way to cultivate and nurture something is to spend time with it, to put focus on it. The spring equinox is coming next week. I always think of that as this day in the atmosphere and the universe as a day of spring cleaning. We can let go of the stuff that needs to go and we can look ahead to new growth, new seasons. And so maybe today, if we're not spending enough or any of our day-to-day schedule with the things that bring us joy, maybe that's where we start. It will not make us any less responsible. It will not mean that we don't meet the expectations on our time. But I can promise you that when you spend time nurturing the things that bring you joy, how you approach your work and your schedule and your stuff starts to look different. That joy just begins to permeate every cell of your being like that river and that water that flows. Imagine what that could look like at work, in your relationships. And how do you talk to the people at the restaurant? Or how do you interact with the people in traffic? So I'd like for us just to sit for the next couple of moments of quiet, keeping our eyes focused, our mind's eye, on that picture of that thing that brings us joy. See it as a part of your everyday life. See it as something you can nurture and develop and spend time with. And as you sit and you think on that, notice what happens to your heart, to the corners of your mouth, to your shoulders. And through it all, let's just breathe slow and steady and deep. And let's nurture that joy just a little bit. continuing to breathe, to be, to notice. I notice that as I focus on that thing, and mine is having my hands in the dirt, pulling out the weeds, planting in the new, watering, tending, watching. The most beautiful part of that part of my joy is I notice that my phone is nowhere near me. Those moments in the garden are my moments of joy. There's no distractions, there's no interruptions. Even if it's just for minutes in my day, there's something about that that truly nourishes my soul. I would encourage you to think of your thing, whatever it is, in the same way. You cannot make a better investment in yourself and with your time than by nourishing your soul. So over the coming days, before we head into our next time together and we look at this next level of energy that we have, let's focus on the joy center. Svadhisthana is what it is in Sanskrit, but all you have to know is it's joy, it's passion, it's your intention and your purpose when you get up each day. It brings a smile to your face. It brings lightness to your spirit. It helps to get rid of the heaviness in your shoulders. And then it begins to clear that often cloudy mind. Take care of yourself in the days to come. Nurture your joy. And at the same time, nourish your soul. Namaste.